Economic collapse news. Dow crashes. Gold shoots up to almost $1,600 an ounce. And Bitcoin is shooting up to $9,000 per coin. Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluff.com. And since 2016, I've been ringing the bell for all my subscribers, which is you, that we're heading into economic collapse, that things are so bubbly. As a real estate investor, it was crazy bubbly. So I got into gold in 2016. I came out on my YouTube channel and I told everyone that for me, not financial advice for you, but for me, gold's the play. And I thought that gold's going to go up. And when I got into it, it was $1,100 an ounce. People laughed at me, etc., which is totally cool. Okay. Now we're seeing some of the things that I've talked about. Mortgage rates is at an all-time low. I don't know if you guys are following the interest rate. Once again, is at the all-time low. Okay. The president talks about how happy he is for us to have negative interest rate, right? Which means we never had that before. And in the history of the world, or the civilized, written down history of mankind, we think about that, right? And what that props, what that incentivizes is debt, is no savings. Everyone should just spend money. Everyone should just borrow, consume. But the problem with that is that everyone's losing their life energy is what I call it, by working all the time to buy things in installment payments, which later on they realize they can't afford it and they have to do bankruptcy, or they become too much leveraged out. If it's in their own personal life or if it's their own business. I see so many businesses over leveraged and they're going belly up. That's why you see through across America, malls closing, the flag stores closing down. You see the Ivy League businesses, the legacy businesses going bankrupt, and you can research this for yourself, and that's because of too much leverage. So the promotion of negative means that consumption is even rewarded more, because now you borrow. And instead of you paying the bank's gonna pay you to borrow, which kills anyone that's a saver, kills the idea of saving money. To tighten your belt, to work for you what you want. If you think about nature, that's not how things work. As a farmer, you would have to plow the ground, put the seed in, maintain it, water it. 6 months later, you may get a harvest. You may. But debt is totally opposite. You get the reward, you get the fruit now without putting the work in. You just sign a piece of paper, not you, but the individuals, just the bar, just signs a piece of paper, and they get the cheese, they get the harvest today without doing an ounce of work. So there's side effects with that, right? And before I go any further, guys, I wanted to take a moment and let you guys know that it doesn't matter if the economy's up, doesn't matter if the economy's down, doesn't matter if who's in the Congress or who's in the White House. We live in the best country ever, America, and there's always opportunity. And I just want to confide to you guys that I used to never watch the news, and for me to be on top of the news, I start consuming it, and it consumed me because of all the craziness that's happening, with the printing of money, bank bailouts, and I got sucked into this negativity of all the things that are wrong. But in reality, guys, life is great. If you're alive, it's great. There's opportunities. If you're alive, there's opportunities. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's sunshine, there's opportunities. And so I wanted to take the break and let you guys know I'm not going to do as many of these economic collapse news anymore, even though a lot of you guys love it, and I'm getting more views and subscribers by doing it. But it just has a negative connotation to my soul, and I didn't realize it to my better half pointed it out to me. And I'll bring you information that's once in a while that's breaking, like today, where we're having gold shoot up, we're having the stock market come down, etc. But from now on, I would highly recommend you guys to realize that you're living the best life ever. It doesn't matter what level of income you have. And remember that every time you try to chase more money, you're exchanging your life energy, your life, your time for that stuff. And that stuff, may cause more suffering. For example, if you have a car, you buy new, you got to get extra insurance, you have to park a little further, you got to make sure people don't hit you. So it's like it may cause even more suffering. And that's something that I've learned, and I want to let you guys know that it doesn't matter if the economy is good or bad. It doesn't matter who's in the White House. Dude, America, Great Britain, a lot of these free countries, opportunities there every freaking day. The moves will be different. For me, for example, and when the economy collapses, I get into real estate. When the economy is good, I do work on creating businesses or running my existing businesses. That's what I did in the last crash. So for me, the moves are different, right? But it's always green in America. It's always green in many of these free countries like Canada, Great Britain, etc. And all we have to do is change our mindset. All right, let me get off the subject. Let me get back into the economic collapse news. So we're seeing the side effects of stocks coming down day after day now, okay? A little here, a little there. And we're seeing that gold is just rocketing since 2016 till now, pretty high, And a lot of people ask me about silver, and I said I'm not a fan of silver. And we can see that since that time, silver made just a little move, but it hasn't made a move. People say, yes, undervalued, blah, 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 blah. And maybe it's true. But next bubble, I'm not gonna buy any silver. Let me just say that. Maybe I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna bite my lip. In the next few months, maybe silver will make a lot of big moves, right? But from now on, I'm just gonna be a gold guy versus a silver guy. And I bought only 20% silver versus gold. But if I could redo it, I would just buy all gold. That said, both precious metals, actually all precious metals right now are doing excellent. They're making a lot of moves, including gold. And Bitcoin seems like it's doing good, guys. It's working its way up to, $10,000. It'll go up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's just a roller coaster ride. And I'm excited for it to go up to, at least that $20,000 where it was before. I'm pretty excited about that. And real estate, guys, there's so many motivated sellers out there. It's unbelievable. Are you willing to put the work in? Guys, this business is very complex, but to get started and to do your first deal, it doesn't have to be complex. Listen, to get started to do your first deal should not be complex, because the more complex it becomes, the more you have to learn. The more you learn, the more fear you have. The more fear you have, less action you take. Less action you take, more you want to learn. And it becomes a cycle of not doing nothing, but spending a lot of time learning. So don't let that be you. I see a lot of great people that come to my dojo, and man, the reason they don't do deals is because they don't take action. They want to put everything between their ears instead of, getting off their butt and busting a sweat, guys, and sweating it out. Anyways, guys, it looks like we're already in economic collapse. We're in a recession. Different sectors in America are already in the recession. Now, if you look at the newspaper, you're hearing more and more about the collapse, about the bubble busting, about people predicting the market's going to be down. You're going to hear more people talking about gold should be the play. So this is when the switch happens. For example, every time, my mom says something, she called me the other day and said, Mike, you need to buy gold, right? And I was like, Mom, I told you that in 2016. You said I was crazy. That shit doesn't work. So she said, no, I saw it on TV that's going up. So now gold's the play. Everyone's talking about it, and that's why it's going to go up. You know what I mean? And it already has gone up significantly. But for me, that was too late, because when they're talking about it on TV, well, man, I got into it at 1,100. Right now, 1,600. You know, that's $600, $500 plus per ounce I got to save. So when everyone's talking about it, you know, that's not the play for me. When everyone's doing it, that's not the play for me. When Bitcoin was going to 20 grand, that was not the play for me. When Bitcoin goes to 6,000, 3,000, that was the play for me. When real estate started crashing, no one wanted it. That was the play for me. That was in 2006, fourth quarter, 2007, 2008. People didn't want to get in real estate. Agents were running away from being a real estate agents. They were getting jobs. Investors were, you know, quitting. Home builders were just going bankrupt, and people were losing their jobs. So no one wanted to get into real estate. Banks weren't lending. And guess what? I was getting in real estate. So I always do things that are totally opposite. They may look totally crazy, but that's how I roll. And so far, I've been my dreams. I'm 42 years old, I believe, and I've never had a job before. You know what I mean, guys? I never had a resume, and everyone said they can try to get a job. You know, in junior high, I had many different jobs, right? But I'm talking about one of those resume jobs where, you know, I never did that. Never had a real career, or even a fake career, or any kind of career, because I always been an entrepreneur for myself since high school. You know what I mean? So if you want to be your dreams, you're at the right channel. Click the like button. Let me know what business you're in. Let me know what your goals are. Let me know what you're trying to do. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to help you guys out. Click the like button. Go to myrealestatedojo.com and support the channel. Invest in yourself. I got all my stuff at a deep discount right now to help you guys kill it in 2020. Peace.